Seen a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Jackson. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way, and then try and match his athleticism.
Play action. It's Jackson. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On the Seahawks 39-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and...
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for Seattle.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now a throw here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd down and 4. They go play action now. Jackson. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 36-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Left side complete to Lockett. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now Jackson on first down. And that's complete to Adams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown 49ers. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. So after 3 drives that ended touchdown, 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 they get bogged down on drive number 4.
Yeah, I don't know how excited you would be on the other side of the ball that they finally didn't score. You know, you're happy, of course, but at the same time, did you have that much to do with it, or did they just get tired?
Maybe it's just a sense of relief at this point. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hunt. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just noticed special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake for Brandon. Don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, that's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he is out of bounds, but not before. He's inside the 30. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my
touchdown! A great play there. 29 yards. point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there on the scramble. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. And he will slide down with a good gain.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
That time trying to find Gerald Everett, but it's going to be 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Touchdown, Seahawks. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. The extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
49ers 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Caught on the right side by Adams. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And how about that for just running out the clock? And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson looking deep for Adams. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A lot of talk this week. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Kittle. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Ambly Thomas. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a second interception of the ball game.
And, partner, part of what's gotten him to 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Off the play fake, here's Jackson, rolling to his right. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. 2nd and 10. Jackson now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right, letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Gerald Everett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point safely through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So that one will be accepted. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Jackson from the shotgun. Completes it to the tight end Kittle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now Jackson on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner multiple times in All-Pro in there to drop him for a loss. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Play action. Now Jackson. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Accelerating, and off he goes. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 40 yards. And the Seahawks look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
4 yards remain for second down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Good work, boy. Let's go.
at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of cover.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Trey Brown. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him, but you have to as a team because you...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily...
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call.
It got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking deep for Adams. He's got a man complete. Touchdown 49ers. Devontae Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers able to get this back to some measure of respectability. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Right back to him on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. That catch good for only a couple. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
63, 49ers 42.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Take it at the 37. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now it's Jackson. He hits Adams, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Jackson will throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. One last shot for Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves.